All right, looks like we're live. How you guys doing? Welcome aboard. So we got the FOMC here in about 7 or 8 minutes. Okay, thank you. Good. So everybody can hear. Good. Good. Okay. So right now, ES backing off the highs here. And NQ still leading. NQ up 40 basis points here with everything else kind of flat. So it's just like the old days, right? Where the NQ is just doing all the work. And, you know, ES here just backing off right now. Real quick here while we start, if you guys haven't checked out the new channel, that's up. And that is, I'll just try and share it right now. But yeah, don't, if you're subscribed to the current channel, don't unsubscribe to this one, because I'm still going to do content on here. I'm just kind of keeping it, I'm kind of still doing the daily video here, or like the preview of it, just to kind of like keep that, you know, exposure to promote. And I'm going to do, you know, like more evergreen content on the old channel, or this channel rather. Because it's YouTube doesn't like it when you do, you know, multiple formats or multiple long format videos in the same day, and it makes it difficult. And I want to see if there's a new creator boost that will work with the new channel as well. Also doing this stream now because we already booked multiple gains, one on Bitcoin, one on a short ES, and we're in the money here on UNH as well. And again, got the sale going on with active trader as well as swing trade, 60% off first month, and 30% off swing trades. So very nice time here. And I'm just going to do this live. I don't think I'm going to take any more trades here today. Maybe I'll take one into the close. So members already know what that is. But right now, actually I took a gain on volatility too with swing trades today. Sold right at the highs. VIXI 26.42. Exit was a dollar gain on that. And I sold the ES, or covered the ES short right into 69.99. So nice winners there. And a big gain on IBIT too, which we headed to earlier. But right now, just kind of keeping an eye on UNH here and watching ES. I think we'll probably dip a little bit to... It's certainly I'm kind of looking for a red trend here with Bitcoin kind of green, which is, I know, a little bit of an odd kind of setup, but that's just what everything was saying to me this morning. And we talked about trend yesterday in Bitcoin, and we kind of got it. It started to. It just kind of petered out a little bit here. You can see here right now, 69.50 area. That looks like support to me right now, intraday, if we were to get there. So we also have, in addition to Powell, we've got Microsoft, Tesla, and Meta after the bell. And then a few others: ServiceNow, Lam Research, IBM, Southwest Las Vegas Sands. Then, of course, the all-important Apple tomorrow. So I think, you know, right now, you know, I was looking for a dip here today, but I said we were going to dip. I thought we would dip yesterday, but we didn't. And so now I'm kind of thinking we would. I was kind of thinking that we would today. Part of the reason for that is you're going to see we actually don't even have any levels up here, but I just haven't changed them. But there's 35. You know, the expected move here in the weekly, we got pretty damn close pre-market. I mean, we got like 6 or 7. It was basically like 70-50 area on the E-mini. So I mean, like running up into the Fed like that, you know, I had to take a little fade play this morning and actually cut our ES runner as well. So that was a nice trade, 82 points on that. But yeah, we'll see what we get here. We'll watch these lower areas here. You know, 69.87, that's about 15 points from here. We're currently trading at 73, so that would be like 60. So I would say 69.70, 73 area. That's going to be equal to 69.50 or so. You also see we went up into this trend line here too. Probably not the best like drawn there. I have it drawn better on ES. But you know, kind of going up into that. So straight into that, into the Fed. You know, I figured that we would have to back off here. But anyway, we'll just kind of hang out here and we'll see, watch the show. Gamma zone, yeah, get into the zone, gamma zone. Silver, gold, dollar. Yeah, the dollar. I thought the dollar would bounce today. You know, you got to move in the yen. You mean invalid symbol? Get out of here. Yeah, we got a three bar pop into the yen, and it went right into resistance here. So usually you're going to get a rebound or a reflexive move there. So I'm not surprised at that. Now this could be a fake breakdown here. Just be careful. Like I just don't see that many people bullish dollar here. Like everybody's kind of just in the that's it. De-dollarization is happening today, and the dollar, America is going to collapse and be a third world nation by tomorrow. And that's not going to happen. And even if it were, it doesn't like happen in a day. So I think you could see some, traders get off sides here, and there's a possibility the dollar can rally. I'm not long the dollar. I'm not saying to get long the dollar. I'm just saying, just be careful for that. It just seems to me like it's too much of a layup. Like, oh, dollar trade, just short, just go short. And we got gold here, new highs. I mean, what can you say? It's up into the Fed. We'll see. Maybe the dollar pops and that pop, brings gold back in. Silver has not made a new high, so that topping tail is intact. And I took a short on this yesterday. I got paid out for a small gain. I know some members made a little bit more than I did on it, but yeah, I mean, there's the 786. It's holding. It's holding right now. It's below this low here. These are, I mean, there's stocks overbought, then there's commodities overbought, right? They're two different things. You also got, speaking of commodities, oil new highs here as well. Trump keeps talking about Iran, like he won't stop. So that is pushed up here. If that keeps going, again, we got to talk about the input costs at some point. Yeah, Micron. What did we talk about? It said 425, didn't we? What's going on? Money on repeat. 435 at the 435. Let's take a look here. It might. I mean, what if it goes to 450? A lot of people trying to call the top in this thing. It's just still, yeah. I mean, like, there's 450. Let me try and zoom back in here a little bit. Oh, we got the, okay, hold on. Hold on a sec. FOMC is out here, so we're getting a little bit of volatility. Yeah. Let me come back to this in a second. I think it probably just got flooded with data. But yeah, you could see that a second ago. Is that 450? I'll check it again in a second. But so I'm guessing rates unchanged. Spiders are barely moving right now. There we go. Yeah. So I mean, this can go to 450. So Micron, yeah, it's been a tough fade for a lot of people here. Let's take a look at ES. Little pop there. Back above this white line, we can rally up a little bit. I still think they're going to try and go down to 69.50 on the S&P though, on the cash. Yeah, the mega scams are reporting today, so should be fun. Yeah, if you guys like the stream, thank you for liking the video. Again, new channel is up there. I posted the link. But yeah, I'm still going to do evergreen content on this and still going to do the shorts. I'll probably do a quick wrap up video there. at the end of the day today on the new channel. Just like a quick one, since we already did this. But there's some people who might not, they come out of work and they didn't have time to check this out. So a little dunk here. Let's see, Bitcoin backing off a little bit. So this area, this above back above 705, if this can hold that, we could get a little pop going. And they might be able to do it. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, the dollar's gone. Imbalance. Yeah, that was it. That's the top right there. I saw a lot of stuff. So yeah, gold 100%, 110% in 200 day. Yeah, 100% over 200 day. Yeah, pretty wild. Yeah, UNH. Yeah, it's staying the same. It's still in positive gamma and delta too. I'm gonna say, oh, speaking of gold, yeah, there's some interesting stuff I saw. I mean, this stuff can, it's all relative and things can change for other reasons, but I noticed that, like a lot, like right now, like the Bitcoin to silver ratio and the Bitcoin to gold ratio are basically like at like the level where it stops going in that direction. I think I retweeted some of those things. So a little bounce here. Volatility backing off. Again, I'm looking at like 20 screens right now. Just bear with me. Bitcoin rebounding a little bit. Looks like UNH just off the highs, but it's still hanging in there okay. Again, if we pop above here, like we could pop a little bit. But I got to be a little guarded towards like that 6950 area on the cash S&P. It feels to me like that's what they want to do here. Right to this, right to 6993. These levels are pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, no changes here in the GEX. Looks like silver bouncing here back above 111.25 or so where it pivoted earlier. Again, yeah, don't forget we got Microsoft later. That, speaking of right tails, that is there's a big fat one on that at 500. And this is, if it got to 445, that would be a dip buy. You also got Tesla here. This one looks a little weaker from last I checked. Let me check it now. It's probably too wide of a range. Yeah, Tesla really, volatility is not what it used to be. So 400 is your low end there, and then there's a lot of positivity above 435 if it can hold above 435, 440. And Mark Zuckerbox 700 and 630. So there's your range there. So 630 is your dip buy if it gets there. 700 is your take profit if it pops on that. Only $30 away now. I don't see I don't see any scenario, Brandon, where we get down to 68.70 today. I'd be really surprised. There's way too much positivity at 69.50 and 6,900 for that matter. Let's see, yeah, Intel had a. I was looking at $40 on that. It didn't quite get there. I might have gotten it pre-market the other day. I don't even know what this line's from. This is old, but there was a level at 42, a dealer level there, and then there was one at 40 as well. It just didn't quite get. It did hold the 20-day though. You know, but right to the 20-day and popped right back up. Yes, trying to rebound a little bit here. Again, this doesn't really, you know, we're pre-FOMC statement here, so it doesn't really, like, wouldn't really, yeah, no, it's not for another, yeah, exactly, it's not for another 20 minutes, so. Yeah, there's no change in rates. It's you know, I don't even know what's he gonna say. Like, he's not even gonna be the Fed chair in 4 months, so we'll see. They might, you know, they might try and take it down though. What do we got on SPY here? Yeah, maybe 690 today. It's possible. I just don't know what's going to get us there. What's he going to say? Like, I don't think the market really cares all that much about him right now. Yeah, we'll see. I think I'm not bearish right now. I'll just put it that way. Yeah, we're live here. We closed out several winners this morning, so I said, you know what, I'm not going to really trade the FOMC. I don't want to even deal with the whipsaw at this point, so we'll just do this live here. Normally we would trade this in the afternoon, but I said let's just do this because I also want to like be able to promote the new channel. I know there's some confusion. Like, make sure, like, I saw some people unsubscribe. Don't unsubscribe from this channel here because I'm still gonna post stuff. That would be hilarious, Josh. You know, I could see him doing that too. That is like exactly what type of thing he would do. I don't even think he needs it. I mean, Microsoft's coming. Microsoft's probably going to go to 500. So I don't even think. And if Meta goes to 700, it doesn't matter. Yeah. I still have an Apple long. We took gains on that yesterday morning. This should still get to 260 again. It might. I'm thinking it pumps past 260 and then it does like a gapping crap because it always does that. It'll IV crush. So we'll see. That's tomorrow. NQ is still hanging in there pretty well here. As long as the Nasdaq's leading, I'm not going to get really bearish on the market. SMH's up 2% here. IWM's starting to uptick now a little bit here. Yeah, there sure can be. Yep. There's definitely going to be a little liquidity grabs. Like I said, we basically hit the upper expected, so right before the FOMC, okay, I'm gonna play bear. Like, I had to play bear this morning on that. Yeah, VIXI has pulled. It's been fading since we sold it. It got out at was it 26.42? Yep. So just off the high of the day, and closed ES at 69.99. So I would expect today to mirror yesterday's energy here. So maybe that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? Just like that. 1, 2, 3. And there's your 69.50. Everybody freaks out, and then Microsoft goes to 500. And then that's what I think. There's actually was a sell sig. I actually got an algo sell on actually it was a buy on SVXY on the 2 hour, but I didn't really care for it, but it ended up working out anyway. So look at that. I mean, we're just pinned right now. This is, nothing really doing here at the moment. We can still go back to 7K on SPX if they want to push it up. So, I mean, there's still that's still LG1 for today on the cash. Yeah, Bitcoin backing off. We actually, I mean, this was a really good. We played IBIT this morning, and I actually added to it on this little right after this little dip here, and we got a nice gain on that. So I'm just kind of trailing a runner and giving it some wiggle room. I think this will bid though. I know it's strange, but I think this will bid with ES going down. It's definitely got like it's got a work to do, but this I like how it failed here to break down. I need to see a strong close today, but and if it doesn't, then it doesn't. But it's got a good chance of that, I would say. Yeah, purple time, man. They're waiting on Stephen Van Meter to give us a sell signal. Oh wait, he does that every day. Yeah, I wanted to do it earlier, Kavi. I was talking about it earlier this week. It just didn't really just line up. I was kind of looking for. We got up here, we backed up, and then we took off yesterday before I could even really like assess it. I think yeah. Remember, I did the morning video yesterday, and I was like, oh, oil's flat right now, thinking that I'll just check it in like an hour, and then an hour later it was already breaking out. So I'm like, well, okay, I guess we're not going to do that. It looks strong. It's it had a nice consolidation. You got some resistance up here in the 64, 65 area. You could try jumping on now on the momentum. It's not really something I like to do, but it looks okay. If you're gonna do that, I would take profits quick because you're basically chasing it. But like if it were to come in, you know what I mean? Like then it would be kind of I don't know if I would like it as much. Yeah, I'd want to see it stay strong here. Because it like technically this should be on breakout, right? We got 110, yeah, 116, nice. Right. Yeah, so we're still sitting right here. So no changes on that. So 13 long minute. That's the thing is they do this, and then we got 30 minutes between, now and any sort of action here. Looks like KRE upticking a little bit here. Yeah, staples at the lows of the day, healthcare at the lows of the day, although UNH still holding up well. Oil hanging in there nicely. XLE up nicely. Exxon another new all-time high. XLF right now down, but getting a little bounce here. IGV flat after a strong start. SMH kind of sideways after a strong start. Russell down 25 basis points. It's trying to uptick right now, and then the diamond here flat as a pancake. And we got ES again, still a little soft here. Again, I think it wants to go to that 69.50. Yeah, Microsoft slowly inching up here. Yeah, IWM's held up pretty well, even with yeah, starting to curl up a little bit here. You got a higher low right now. It's got I want to see it hold that though. We'll see. It'll be very interesting to see how this plays out here, with because NQ's up and let's see if NQ comes in as a Russell bid back up. Yeah, that might work. I'm probably gonna leave it alone just because I already, booked gains here, and I don't want to deal with the whipsaw. But I think it's gonna. I think that's where they want to take it. So the 25 points from here and there. We're pinned right now though. I would look for a failed pump first, and then. I don't know, maybe that was the failed pump. We'll see. I mean, Powell's not on, so. You guys think smalls look good? I think the Nasdaq is what looks really good, personally. I mean, not for today, but like I was saying yesterday, that I like that. Open to close rally, open to close rally, open to close rally, open to close rally. After the series of higher lows here. Yes, it's coming down today. It doesn't have to be up every single day, but I like that for a base, right? If this can come back in, I could easily see it just breaking out like that. But for today, yeah, IWM's holding up. It doesn't have a lot of space between here and yesterday's low, though. That's the only thing. But it is curling up. Yeah, for right now. Yep. Yeah, Thursday I think so. Thursday I think we do. Friday, I don't know. Again, there's not a lot of space here between here and the weekly expected move. It's basically this trend line at this point. So if we went down here and then went up, this is probably it would be about it. We'd probably pin to 7K for Friday. Yeah, it's so, and it just does. It's like this is how I'm not saying it's topping now, but this is how it tops. It just keeps being strong until it doesn't, and it just It's really hard because it's got to get, if it's like, let's just say it's topping now, it's not going to make it, they're not going to make it easy for the shorts, right? You know how many jerks jumped in like right here, like, oh, it's going to crash because of the tail. Yeah, wait for the retrace. Just wait for the retrace. It'll save you a lot of headache. And you know, you could have waited today. You'd still be like flat right now if you just held it from here. But they're not gonna make it easy. It's not gonna be easy when that tops. It's obvious, and then they make you second guess. Like this is an obvious sell signal, right? But then they make you second guess it. You know, right? Yeah, Broadstonk has been under a little bit of pressure lately. Um, I wouldn't fade it into earnings though. There's a lot of shorts in Avgo, believe it or not. Yeah, Uncle Ron. Don't you love those log scale like 200-year trend lines? I remember everybody was talking about that one back. Oh man, we ripped their heads off with this one too. The one that was going back to like right here. Oh, 6,200. That's it. And it dipped for like a day, and then it just kept going. Yeah, you gotta be careful with those particular trend lines. If it takes you 100 years to find a trend line, it you know, just saying. But yeah, yeah, Russell's starting to curl up a little bit here. You know, ES perking up a bit. I wouldn't trust it right now. Bitcoin upticking just a touch here. Um, yeah, XLV catching a bit, XHB catching a bit, Google upticking, XLE. So pretty much everything catching a small bid right now. Again, we're not going to make too much out of it here. Breadth at 201 advancers in the S&P. So slight down day for breadth. It's not really of much consequence here. Um, you know, I kind of like this area, you know, in theory as a long. What it's doing right now, I just can't trust it with. Um, I can tell you right now, bear momentum right here is, I know it looks like a bear flag, but the bear momentum's dried up. It has to rally first if it's going to try and go down again. So if dumbass comes on and we pump and then fail, like let's say 70-15, 70-17, if that fails, then we'll probably go down. Oh, because nobody cares about the YM. That's why. It's just you know, it's in all seriousness. I always look at the Dow secondary just because it's 30 price cap weighted stocks, but they will probably get it up to. I mean, they're going to get it up to 50K here, like pretty soon. The pattern here is not bad. Like, you got up flag, and then you almost got like a flag within a flag here. I'd say this is fine. This actually looks fine. Yeah, that one firm came out. I think they're gonna get killed though. You know, guess where it's bouncing to? Right at its previous all-time high. Oh, how long? Almost 4 years, I think. Yeah, like consistently. Yeah, like 3.5. Yeah, there's a level on Oracle. Trying to remember. When is their earnings? Um, 'Cause there's a there's a left tail on Oracle at 152.50 for this week. And 160 for next week. Yeah, I would say count on it 3 years. Yeah. And if it's more than that, it's more than that. It's not a race. Just to so the plan with the second channel, it's just to do the daily wrap ups. It's just a complicated YouTube algorithm thing that I'm trying to figure out here. A lot of channels have secondary channels, and right, the YouTube it's going to change it's going to change its mind, but it it punishes you for having shorts on the same channel. Sometimes it punishes you for doing live streams on the same channel, and it punishes older channels. My channel is not that old; it's only 4 years old, but the actual channel itself is from 2007. So it looks at me as an old channel, and then it looks at how many subscribers I have and how many videos I have, and it says, "Oh, this guy doesn't have interesting content because he only has this many subscribers after 25 years or 20 years of." When in reality, it's only been 4. So I wanted to try this out, and they still have the new subscriber boost or the new channel boost. So I want to just kind of experiment with it, and if nothing else, it's a backup channel. So. Which I think is just a good to have in general. So 2:29 p.m. here, and getting a little bit of a minor dip here off of that. I don't even think he's on the podium yet, is he? Okay, now he is. US dollar or the semiconductor ETF? I'm assuming US dollar. No, I'm not going to go long here. Not here yet. Little whipsaw going on here. If we pop above this area here, you can try it if you want to. I'm not opposed to it, but just be careful. Be quick. Like, don't wait for profit take. But it should go to 15, 17. I'm not trading, okay? So I'm just letting you know. Okay, there you go. I'm just watching my UNH, which is upticking right now. Bit stonk upticking. There you go. If you guys got long, just take profits up here. It should try to get there. Don't let it go against you now. $80. There's SPY hitting the VWAP. Got to 70.12.75. Oh, XHB ripping. Not sure what that did. Trump just say something about transports ripping, JPM ripping, KRE ripping, broker dealers ripping. Bonds not doing a damn thing. Did Trump just say something to overshadow Powell? I swear to God, if that. White House to gather banking and crypto industry executives on Monday, stalled general crypto bill. Dude, I swear to God, this guy. Yeah, like I not just we'd not just talk about this a minute ago. He's totally gonna just overshadow, but and he waited until 2:30 to let that go too. That's hilarious. They specifically waited until 2:30 to you can't tell me they didn't just do that. XLV pumping a little bit here. Man. Oh yeah, absolutely. Volatility upticking a little bit now. So those pumps are fading really fast. Transport's right back down. Let's see. Yeah, it's holding up. Semi's holding up really well too. So I can't really get too concerned just yet. Keeping a close eye on UNH here. Here's your second chance to jump in right there if they can push this up. It didn't quite get to target, but it got to the SPY VWAP. I can see. Not, I don't know if ES. Yeah, basically got to it got close. No, this is tough. They might just kill Preem here. UNH firming up too. Keeping a close eye on it. I will take profit on that if I see anything I don't like, just so that we lock in again. I don't want to, play chicken with it, but it's looking good. Semi's upticking right now. Apple kind of curling up a little bit too. How's NQ? NQ looks all right here. I just don't know how much upside is left right now for today with that. Netflix catching a little bit too. How can they let this happen? I have no idea. Oh, Harlan. It's not. It's not. Guess who said something? Harlan. It's not Powell. Yes, booze looks all right right now. Oh, Semi's pumping. Semi's getting pumped here. NVDA upticking. Micron new all-time high. Staples coming in here. KRE now reversing, XHB now reversing, transport's reversing. It's definitely dispersion going on as the NQ is upticking here. Yeah, this market is very much under control right now. So it's, I'm looking at it right now. XHB, KRE, both getting hit. Transport's getting hit here. And then what bids up immediately? Micron, NVIDIA, heck, even Google a little bit. Even Tesla, you know, just a little bit there. Broadcom now back up. Yeah, so I mean, it's IGV ticking back up here. So vol seller is definitely in control. Yeah, I know, right? You might as well. Yeah, basically, Harlan, Trump said something about the banking and crypto thing, the meeting, like literally right as he was like going on the podium. It's like he had to just upstage Powell. This is like unbelievable. We literally could have predicted that. I think we did talk about him doing something after the bell. We thought he would wait till after the bell though, but that wasn't the case. I wouldn't jump in a video here. Don't gamble right now. A lot of this is noise right now. All right, guys, I just sold 80% UNH at 293.40. So I'm just locking that in. If you guys are not in, obviously, those of you in the trading room know what I'm talking about, so that's all that matters. Just locking that in just in case. It still looks fine, but I don't want to let a winner. That's 3 for 3 today, so I'm not going to let that go negative. So plus we added to that. Yeah, SLV, yeah, silver getting a bid now. Yeah, GLD, we're just off the highs of the day. Bonds catching a little pop too. I see TLT, yeah, TLT got a nice pop. You guys got that IWM here. It's holding up. That's not it. That's not waste management. Here it is. It's trying to hold up. Look at, you know, SMH here. That's telling you. That's the guide right now. Yeah. Nothing could prepare me for this era. All right. Now ES looks all right here. If it wasn't for the Fed, I would honestly right now, I would just be getting long right here. But I know how noisy these days can be. If this was any other day and we had this exact setup here, I would just buy the market right now. But I know how this goes. I don't know. Maybe it's topped out. It still hasn't gotten above that tail from yesterday. Maybe it's topping out today while everybody went short the dollar last night. The dollar getting a good rebound here. I'll tell you this much. I'm not saying, I'm not predicting, but just if the dollar follows through here on upside, there's a ton of people who are going to get their heads ripped off here. So this is, I mean, if it can't follow, bears don't follow this through, this could get really nasty. What would be the catalyst for that? I don't know. I don't really care. I'm just telling you that's the setup. I'm not playing it either. And the other thing too is I know that the positioning isn't really like there yet, but it doesn't need positioning to. What'll likely happen with silver is it's not just going to give you like, oh, the perfect like, COT position. Like what's going to happen is it'll top out and then they'll try to buy the dip, and that's when positioning will get super long, and then it'll make a lower high and do that. That's my 2 cents. It's not just going to just like give you the silver platter setup. Or it'll give it to you, but like I said, it's going to make people second guess it first. Yeah, you see that, Brian? Yeah, nobody really picked up on that, didn't they? I'm gonna, dude. I swear that if that ends up being, this is, it's just entertaining, isn't it? It's just good fun. So getting a little dip here in Bitcoin, keeping an eye on that. Yeah, I'd like to see that hold this area here. Otherwise, I'll just cut my runner on that too. This is FOMC day, right? Make sure we hit every stop on both sides. I don't care if they do though. Yeah, that's true. SMH holding up. Yeah, SMH strong. VIXY backing off here. Bitcoin rebounding now. They're gonna make it look really. They're always gonna make this look really good on Fed Day. I think we think we might just be pinned around. They're gonna give us one. They'll give us at least 2 fake outs, one the other way and one the other way. So this at least. There's no way we're just gonna do this till the close. They'll at least fake it once or twice. Well, I'm just going to say right now, SMH is basically at all-time highs, and VIXY's backing off. So I think even if we dip, it's, VIX is about to go red here. So yeah, VVIX about to go red as well. I've been talking about silver and gold all day. I'd be careful for shorting Micron. I'm telling you, like that can go to 450 this week. Dealers are buyers at every single strike here. Every strike. And I think they want LG1's 450 now, so I would not even touch it until it gets up there. And even then I'd have to look at it because it looked like it was going to be a short at 400, and then it looked like it was going to be a short at 425, and now it looked like it was going to be short at 430, and now it's going to 450. ES inching up a little bit here. Oh, I doubt he does. He's not going to talk about. He's not going to talk about that. Yeah, STX had a pretty good move there, and it's holding the gains too. 450. That's a little stretched now. It's outside of its. I mean, holy, like this is pretty stretched here. What do we got here? Yeah, it's at past 3 standard deviation now, so it's completely outside of its daily Bollinger Band. So that's stretched here. And then you got your SNTK. I don't know if these guys really I don't know if these guys have, do they have OI? Let's see. Yeah, they got some OI. This can go to 550, can go to 6, sorry, it can go to 600 even. I know it sounds insane, but like, I mean, it's, it's heavily priced in to a degree, but like, this is where dealers are, they're long here. WDC, this looks pretty decent too. You got a tail at 245, but look at how much buyers they are. Look how much of buyers they are here. That would be your dip buy though. 320 is some calls coming in there. Yeah, it is Russian roulette. Yeah, Kim Clark. Man, this is having a trouble getting going, isn't it? This should be a good level here. I want to see it hold that low on the end of by the end of the month here. So 98.03. This should be good support though. I know it hasn't gone anywhere. Sometimes this takes some time to turn the ship around. It hasn't rallied with the rest of the staples though, so that's probably a little bit of a red flag. I mean, semis are continuing to inch up here. UNH still holding steady here. And again, I just did that to de-risk. I don't actually think it should get to 300 easily, but I don't want to give back profit today. Yeah, Nucor. Yeah, that's another one that's really. Uranium's back to, it's heating up again. I know, I think, Oklo is trying to put in a higher low here. Got a little inverse head and shoulder there. This is still, same thing on SMR. CCJ, right back up to the highs. Yes, so, uranium's still hot here. URA at new highs. Yeah, these are still hot. I don't think it goes to 260, but we'll see. There's a a lot of short puts at 280, like a lot. That's why it stopped going down right there. Somebody came in and put a floor in that. We'll see where it closes the week, though. We'll have to see what it looks like at the end of the week, or what the the levels change. So yeah, yeah, that's what uranium spins: buy high, sell higher. Same thing with silver. Spider's not doing anything here to it. You know what? Yeah, that's not a bad spot there. I just don't like how it's been hit a few times, but I'm watching Adobe too. I know this is like down there, but if that can get down to like 230, like I am definitely in that. You got that. Oh, this is adjusted. Hold on. That's why. There we go. Yeah, well, maybe there's 70. That's a little too deep. But either way, you got these pivots down here. You got the monthly 200. Um, oh, that's the other thing. Measured move. Right there. Boom. 210, whatever. In that zone. 200, we'll call it. And by the way, this company like has had like record profits. They're just being sold off because the market's worried about like AI. They're not making enough AI, but like they're making money. So, but usually that means your stock goes down. You have to be unprofitable if you want your stock to go up. So, sorry, I don't make the rules. Google making new high, just about to make new highs. Nvidia holding up, Tesla inching up, Apple inching up, Microsoft not doing a ton, holding about 480, SMH up 2.5 here. Russell holding up all right here. Bitstonk hanging in there a little bit. Let's see if I can follow through during power hour. It's almost 3 o'clock. We haven't done shit here, so we'll call it in a few minutes. What a boring stream. The most fun we had was Trump. Um, long, easily. The market's rigged to go higher. So, yeah, yeah, Ben, exactly. Yep, UUC, yep, I mean, they're all, UEC, I mean, hasn't quite made a new high yet. They had a nice little dip today. Yeah, quadruple U. Yep, there it is. Well, statistically, 7,000 is more likely just because we're equidistant, but that is still our LG1 right now. Probably not by a lot though. If we lose 69.70 though, we could start to accelerate just a little bit to the downside. So we'll see. And just be aware too, like at any second now, the Fed chairman's talking. So at any second now, like we could get a huge move. It just doesn't look very likely. Yeah, UNH has got, yeah, it's curled up nicely here. I'm just saying, dude. You know how many accounts have made it to the morgue trying to short Carvana? That's all I'm saying. The mortician is literally driving a freaking Rolls Royce. Yeah, if you if you short that and you get in the money, please like take profit on it. That's shorting though. Yeah, no problem, Rich. Thank you. Yeah, we that was the greatest. That might be my favorite call ever. And the majority of people picked recession too. Yeah, I was just gonna say VIX backing off now. It's trying to bounce a little bit. I see Bitstonk bidding up a little here. Uh, UNH holding up. Nothing great. But a little bit of an IV crush there for that, like we kind of figured. Somebody's slat. That's definitely a short put at 280 because you can see like it stopped before it even got there. Let me put on size there. I know. Oh, I know. God, if you bought leaps in that, jeez, went to $400. It was at like three. All right, so it's 3 o'clock here. No real change right now. If we dip below 69.70 with some force, I think we could potentially go down, but it looks pretty. As soon as I log off, we'll do something, I'm sure. But yeah, I mean, you could go to 7, you could go to 69.50. I know that doesn't really give us much, but that's really we're literally like right in the middle of those two spots. But if those 69.70 puts start to go into the money, it might push us down a little bit. Uh, yeah, that's it. So I'm sure once I log off, something will happen, but the levels will not change though. Yeah, gold new high here. Yep, gold pushing up. Silver continuing to come back as well. Gold just up 5%. Be careful tomorrow too. Today's a contract day for gold, so there could be some whipsaw tomorrow. So just be aware of that. So anyway, all right, guys, I'll step off here again. Don't forget to come subscribe to the new channel. It is right here. That's where the daily content is going to be. That's you guys. That's where I want. That's where the daily content is going to be. The shorts will be on the same channel, and I'm going to do other long format videos on the on this channel here still. But anyway, with that said, I'll do a quick little wrap up here after the close too. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you. But yeah, thanks for coming out. Good stuff here again. Active Trader, 60% off first month. Swing Trades, 30% off first month. Jump in on that if you like. This is kind of what we do in there, except I do a little bit more because when the market actually moves, usually when I'm on, but it's not going to move until I log off here, I'm sure. But all right, guys. Anyways, you guys take care. Have a great afternoon. Go find the new channel there, and I will see you guys all tomorrow.